Hello. I have our read for the day. I am excited to see where this one goes. So the bottom of the deck energy is rejuvenation. Okay, and it's like it's people. Well, let's just go into it, shall we? Okay, so avoiding conflict, spirituality, mutual respect, emotional awakening, unrealistic expectations. So it's like, so somebody is trying to, are they, because it's like they're going to try to. Okay. So somebody is, this is involving two people. One, it's a low contact, no contact situation. One person is going to try to avoid conflict with somebody else due to their spirituality. They have a relationship that has mutual respect for each other, but one of them went through some sort of emotional awakening. They became more spiritual. And this is unclear expectations, but it's not really unclear expectations, or unrealistic expectations. It's more like they have they don't have a clear picture of who this person was. Not that they aren't who they always were. It's just more, I hear like they're more now because they're like more spiritual than what they were, or are maybe more vocal about their spirituality. Maybe it's, maybe they kept their opinions on spirituality to themselves before. So let's see what we got going on here, shall we? Gathering knowledge. So this person, I'm assuming it's the one. Okay, so the person who did not go through any sort of spiritual awakening, or is or emotional awakening, or is more spiritual, or at least more openly spiritual now. The other person, not the spiritual person, they're gathering knowledge on the spiritual person's self-care. Like, who are they now? What do they do with their time? What is happening here? Because it's kind of foreign. When you go through an awakening, and this could be, honestly, this can be any sort of spirituality. It could be like a religion, right? Like Catholic, Judaism, any of the mainstream. But it could also be something more like this. If you go into an awakening, or you become more spiritual, or you become more vocal about your spirituality, if you don't remain in constant contact with somebody, and you are out of contact with them, and then you reach back out, or you run across them on social media, and you're like, oh my gosh, I haven't talked to them forever, and you're like, oh my gosh, what is happening? It seems like a shock, because you don't see the work that they put in so that they could grow as a person. You know what I mean? Comfort. More on comfort. I want to say, like, the person who went through spirituality is more comfortable in their skin. Oh. Hold on. They're more comfortable defending themselves, defending their beliefs. So they're more open about it. More open about their spirituality. I like how those two are together. Teamwork. For some of you, teamwork is going to be important, but that's not for everyone. Power. Oh. And there's power here as well. Okay, so you're more comfortable with defending your own power. So you have probably, and I say, I say this, it feels like I say it at least once a day on each one of my platforms, is that on each one of my platforms, I have people who follow me who have increased intuition, who embrace their clair gifts, at least one. And so this is going to be one of those scenarios where you went through a spiritual awakening, and that's what we call when you come into one of your clair gifts, like clairvoyance, clairaudience. There's like 12 different clairs, right? And so when you go through an awakening, a lot of times you'll do things like start to do blessings or read cards, or you normally don't embrace just one aspect. A lot of times it leads, they bleed into one another in different ways for every single person. There's no one right way to be spiritual. So it sounds like this person, it's not necessarily mainstream religion, although it still can be mainstream religion, but they have some sort of clair gift. Maybe they read cards, or they have some sort of a knowing. And so that would make it a little bit, if somebody didn't watch the process of somebody evolving, make it a little bit different, a little bit weird, maybe a little bit uncomfortable. Influencer, yeah, somebody who has clairs, but it would make it a little bit more of a mystery for on how the who, what, when, where, why, or how things came to be. Sometimes people are born with these types of gifts. Sometimes they are not. Sometimes some sort of traumatic event happened in their life, and it kick-started this whole awakening process where they become aware of how energies are intertwined, and they start to be able to view things in a different way, which opens them up to the clair gifts. I think it's the person who has the gifts. You are the one who's going to be watching this. I'm working with Oshun today. She's a goddess of love, fertility, and abundance. She's just letting you know you are strong. This is actually a really beautiful read, because at the end of the day, the feelings on the cards, I'm sorry, there's a gnat. I have a tea here, and it likes the tea. At the end of the day, this is really beautiful. It's the feelings of the deck is rejuvenation. So like, you guys are going to get back in touch. This is like a potential beginning to restart your friendship. Oh, look at potential beginning. It's almost like I'm psychic. Just know that they are going to be like, how did this even happen? What is happening here? What is going on? So just know that friendship, healing, just know when they do come back and they start asking you questions, they're not doing it out of malice. It's because they honestly want to know, because you guys do have a friendship, and I don't know if it was a strong friendship, but I know it has the ability to become a strong friendship if it wasn't. Somebody was just, no, you were not strong friends before, but you have the ability to become strong friends now, and it's something that you guys can be, it can offer a lot of contentment, a lot of happiness on both sides. That is extraordinarily beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing your energy. I'm going to leave it here. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. I hope you guys make good choices, and I will talk to you later. All right, bye.